Okay, we got a lot to talk about. Be sure to watch this video from the beginning to the end. I'll say, first thing is, I have a custom mentorship program. It's $25,000, or you can get on a payment plan. Now, there is no set course because essentially this is how it works. What I'll do is send you a questionnaire, and then we'll custom make a program for you based upon your skill strengths. Excuse me, your skill sets and strengths, and then guide you there. Then the second thing, the Kingdom program, links below. Probably done the first webinar. There'll be many more webinars to come. Get on the payment plan if you want to up your income. Also, for this video, I have a link below to help you create an LLC. Now, it's a referral link, which means that I make a little change if you click on it. So that link's below, plus some other stuff. The other YouTube channel, Hustlers Kung Fu Wealth Development, is below. Passionate Fridays is below, and some other stuff. So check all that stuff out. All right, let's get into the 5 checking account blueprint. And one of the things that you want to do, this is the guidance. This is to pre-organize you to set up your business checking. But first, you'll start with your personal checking. So the first thing you would do is form an LLC in your name. If your name is Hank Aaron, it'll be Hank Aaron LLC. Then you'll go to the bank. Once that LLC is set up, it's going to cost you some money. And then you will set up, number 1, your operating account. Number 2, your tax account. Number 3, your merchant account. Number 4, your savings account. And number 5, a dividend account. Now, this is how it goes. The majority of your money will go in the operations account. And then what's left over, you will divide that in 2.5%. And 2.5% goes into your other accounts, each account. So there's not going to be a lot of money in the beginning in these additional accounts. Also, if you're a veteran, I would suggest that you go to Chase. Chase gives free checking to veterans. Have your DD-214, go in there and you can get your 5 checking accounts for free with Chase. So you have your operating account. The operating account is where the majority of your money for your bills are going to come out. Your mortgage, your rent, your car payment, whatever that is, right? So what does this do? It teaches you how to organize your money, which is something you need to do if you're in business. And years and years ago, I would buy storage units and get people's business records, and I would just see disaster after disaster. You had people who had really successful businesses, but they didn't know how to manage the money. So what you want to do before you start a business is learn how to manage your personal expenses on an excellent level. Now, this is what's going to happen. Once you start managing your money correctly, you're going to start finding more money. And then you have your operating account, then you have your other accounts. Your goal at some point is to put as much money in there as possible. Now, this is one of the things that I suggest you do. Number 1, I suggest you create a written budget for your personal expenses. Number 1, before you even set up the checking accounts. Then create the budget, get the checking accounts, and then either get a part-time job or some type of hustle or some type of other source of income. Why? All right. Your blueprint is set up on your job income, right? So now you have extra money, and that extra money goes into your additional checking accounts. You take that and you divide it, 2.5. Well, you take the new money, the money that's not part of your job, and put it in it for additional checking accounts. And you start letting it stack. This is one of the things that I don't understand. Maybe you can help me out. What is the problem with saving money? I actually showed my checking account, and I had $750,000 in there, and people was like, "That's too much money to leave in the checking account. It needs to be invested. It needs to be invested." Hear me. My investment is my business. That's my investment. And based upon the way you clowns act, my business is one of the best investments ever. So there was a lot of noise, but here's the thing. The average person is not used to having money in the bank. They're just not used to it. Money comes in the bank, and their checking account is like a lunch pad. Shoom, shoom, shoom. Money just comes in, goes out. I've been able to sit on millions of dollars for years in a checking account, not an investment. And I'm going to talk about investments in future videos. But this is the deal. Before we even talk about investing, we need to have proper capital to invest. All right, you're not going to get rich investing $100 a month. That's a start, but ideally, let me give you something here. Just wait a second. Okay, I got a question. How much does a person need to invest annually to reach to $1 million portfolio investing in the stock market? How much money do they need to invest per month? How much money do they need to invest per year to get to that number?
Certainly. Absolutely. Let's break it down into a professional estimation. The exact amount someone needs to invest annually or monthly to reach a $1 million portfolio depends on several variables, chiefly the assumed annual rate of return and the investment time horizon. For instance, if we assume a 7% average annual return, often considered a reasonable long-term average for a diversified stock portfolio, you can calculate a rough contribution schedule. Over a 30-year horizon, to reach $1 million at 7% annual growth, the approximate annual investment would be about $7,200 per year, or roughly $600 per month. If the time horizon is shorter, say 20 years, the annual investment needed would be higher, on the order of about $20,000 per year, or around $1,700 per month to reach the same target. In essence, the shorter the time frame, the larger the required annual or monthly contributions. Conversely, a longer time horizon allows for smaller, consistent contributions to compound more effectively. Let me know if you need any further refinements or additional details.
Note what was said. 30 years at $600 per month, which means if you're 25 and you start investing $600 per month, you will be 55 when you get your million. And if you start investing at 35, you will be 65 when you get your first million. Now, one of the things about creating this blueprint and finding more money is you can increase your capital. Notice that they said $1,700 per month to reach $1 million in 20 years, which is $20,000 a year, which means you need an income of $150,000 to $200,000 to be able to pull $20,000 and throw it off in investments. Now I got something that's a lot better than that. Excuse me. Once you go ahead and set up this blueprint and start to manage your money better, and then you throw some extra money in there, once you start a business, and this is going to blow your mind. Okay, let's say a person starts a business, they have a job, they keep their job, they start a business on the side, that this business does $5,000 per month after taxes. Let's say they're doing maybe $6,400 per month, and then after taxes they have $5,000. And they took half of that money, which is $2,500, and invested that. How long would it take them to get to $1 million investing $2,500 per month?
Understood. Let's outline this scenario in a formal and precise manner. If an individual maintains their job and runs a side business, generating a net profit of $5,000 per month, and they consistently invest $2,500 of that monthly profit into a portfolio, we can model how long it will take to reach a $1 million investment goal. Assuming the same 7% annual rate of return, which is a common benchmark for long-term equity investments, and assuming that they invest $2,500 consistently every single month without any interruptions, the timeline is relatively straightforward. In this scenario, it would take approximately 17 to 18 years of consistently investing $2,500 per month at a 7% annual return to accumulate a portfolio of about $1 million. In other words, by committing $30,000 annually, which is $2,500 per month, they could reach that $1 million target in roughly 17 to 18 years, given a stable rate of return. This is, of course, a simplified projection. Actual market returns can vary, and any changes in the monthly contribution or the rate of return would alter the timeline accordingly. Let me know if you need any further detail or adjustments to this projection.
Okay, now we're about to get crazy. We're about to get crazy. Okay, let's say we have someone that has a job, they keep their job, and they create an additional source of income that after taxes yields them $10,000 per month, and they take $7,000 of that extra money and put it into investments. $7,000, which is going to be $84,000 a year. How long will it take them to get to $1 million portfolio investing that kind of money? They take $7,000, throw it in their investments. They take the additional $3,000, put it into their lifestyle budget, and they still have their job.
Absolutely. Let's refine the calculation with these new figures. If an individual maintains their job and earns an additional $10,000 per month in net income from a side business, and they invest $7,000 of that monthly, which totals $84,000 per year, we can determine the approximate timeline to reach a $1 million investment portfolio. Using the same assumption of a 7% annual rate of return, consistently investing $7,000 each month will accelerate the timeline significantly. Under these conditions, it would take roughly about 8 to 9 years to build a $1 million portfolio. To be more precise, at $84,000 invested annually with a 7% return, the portfolio would likely surpass the $1 million mark around the 8th to 9th year. This is a substantial improvement in timeline compared to smaller monthly contributions. In summary, by investing $7,000 per month, they would reach $1 million portfolio in roughly 8 to 9 years, given the stated assumptions. If you need any additional analysis or variations in assumptions, feel free to let me know.
Okay, I've just shown you, there's a lot of people on YouTube talking about you can get rich with $200 and $300 investments. You heard the math. At a minimum, you need $20,000 a year to get there in 18, 19 years. But if you were able to invest $7,000, you would get there in less than 10 years. Now, we're about to get really, really crazy. Okay, you have an individual that has their full-time job and they've created a business on the side that makes $100,000 a month. That's gross revenue. After taxes, we would probably be at $79,000. Now, this individual takes $50,000 per month for their investments, which leaves them $29,000 to put into their lifestyle budget. Investing $50,000 a month, how long will it take them to get to $1 million portfolio?
Certainly. Let's structure this scenario with a formal and exact calculation. In this case, we have an individual who retains their full-time job and operates a side business generating $100,000 in gross revenue per month. After accounting for taxes, they net approximately $79,000 per month. They then allocate $50,000 of that net income each month directly into investments. Under these conditions, let us assume the same 7% annual rate of return for simplicity. Investing $50,000 each month equates to $600,000 per year. At that contribution level, the timeline to reach a $1 million portfolio is extremely swift. In fact, they would reach the $1 million mark in roughly 1.5 to 2 years. More precisely, given the large monthly inflow and the compounding effect, they would surpass $1 million in a little over a year and a half. In other words, by investing $50,000 monthly at a 7% annual return, the individual would reach the $1 million portfolio milestone in under 2 years. Please let me know if you need any further refinement or additional scenarios analyzed.
Okay, now this is why this is called savage finance. I actually did that when I was in the storage auction business. How did I do that? Because I was saving half my income. And I was able to get to $1 million portfolio in about 2 years. So, what have we learned from this lesson? Number one, there's a lot of people on YouTube who are lying to you. You need to have significant money to invest to get to significant money. You're not going to get there on $100 a month. You're not going to get there on $200 a month. And this whole notion of if you have an employer match with your 401k, that's nice, but we're still talking 20, 30 years. I'm going to tell you something. It's very nice to get rich early. To get rich when I was still young enough to enjoy running around in a brand new Porsche convertible. It's a whole different ball game. And that's one of the things that we're going to do with Savage Finance, and that's one of the things we're going to do with the training. The goal is to make people rich quicker. And once again, you cannot get rich quick with just pure investing. Notice the vehicle that was required to put that $50,000 or $600,000 a year in investments. It was a business. And there are people who will sit here and lie to you all day telling you that investments make the most money. Investment money is some of the slowest moving money on the planet. It's slow. It's very slow. But literally, 2020, I made $3 million and I had maybe $5,000 invested in the business. Please tell me someone whose stock portfolio beats my $5,000 investment. Put that in the comments. That's all I got for you guys. And I got a question for you. Do you really want to get rich, or do you want to keep pretending that you can get rich with this bullshit advice from all these people who've never made any real money? They make their money off of you giving you bullshit and getting referrals and affiliate fees. That's how they make their money, not through investing.